Just a heads up, we are going to be starting in a few minutes, so if you could be starting to head to your seats, that would be an excellent idea. Thank you very much.
All right, let's get this going. All right, good evening, everyone. I'm Magdalena Balazinska, the director of the Paul G. Allen School of Computer Science and Engineering. It is my great honor and immense pleasure to welcome you to this in-person graduation. We are very pleased to welcome tonight the classes of 2022, 2021, and 2020. Congratulations, graduates. Your three classes had to face unprecedented challenges these past 2 years, but you made it, and we are immensely proud of you. I would also like to pause and recognize that many graduates and their families are unable to be with us tonight. Some cannot be here for personal reasons, but it is also the case that the pandemic continues to disrupt our lives. Our thoughts and our congratulations are also with those who cannot be here in person. So everyone, let's actually give a quick wave to the cameras in the back that are streaming to our online participants. So we're thinking about you. All right. Thank you. And now let's start this evening by acknowledging each class. So I'm going to ask the students from the class of 2019 and 2020, can you wave, clap, and cheer so we can see you, class of 2020? All right. Now let's add the class of 2020 through 2021. So can you cheer class of 2020 and class of 2021 together? And finally, let's also add this year's class of 2022. So all graduates, can you wave, clap, and cheer so we can see you? To our graduates from all three classes, today we celebrate your hard work and your accomplishments. Today, we at the Allen School are thrilled to join your families and friends in celebrating this momentous achievement. But tomorrow, we are counting on you. The world needs your generation with your passion, your technical skills, your energy, and your commitment to your community and to the world. You now have the skills and knowledge to make the world a better place. Go out there, be brave, be kind, and do great things. Then, please come back and tell us all about it, because we will miss you. We, the faculty and staff, are proud of you and look forward to seeing the great things that you will accomplish. And to our friends and families who are with us tonight, thank you for all the support you have given to your graduates over the past many years. Thank you for trusting us with their education. We hope that you are also proud of them and everything they have learned and experienced in the Allen School. Now, we've had a tradition in recent years of inviting a distinguished individual to offer some brief remarks at this event. We are tremendously honored that Ron Howell has joined us today. Ron joined the staff of the Washington Research Foundation in 1989 and became CEO in 1992, a position from which he retired last year. WRF was founded in 1981 by Tom Cable, Bill Gates Sr., and Hunter Simpson. It served as the University of Washington's Technology Transfer Office before UW had one. Ron guided WRF from being an organization that identified, protected, and licensed technologies to an organization with 3 activities. WRF is a technology incubator, a venture fund, and a philanthropy focused on driving innovation statewide. To date, WRF has earned more than $450 million for the University of Washington and other nonprofit research institutions in the state. And in addition, has provided over $150 million in grants to accelerate innovation. WRF Capital, the venture fund, has backed more than 100 local startups. Ron was instrumental in the growth of WRF, and Ron and WRF have been instrumental in the growth of the Allen School. It's my pleasure to welcome Ron Howell to the stage.
Congratulations to each of you. I want to thank Professor Balazinska for that fine introduction. One of the reasons why I'm here today is my friends asked me to come. My friends care about you. They're exhibiting the type of leadership, even though they've been busting your chops for the last however many years, they're showing the type of leadership that shows that they care about the individual. And care and leadership anticipates your future needs. So the other reason why I'm here is because on topic related to the environment that we're currently in 2019, there was an event, I spoke. It was immediately after a tragedy that was part of our community. I was being honored, and it was important to say something about me. And at that moment in time, I let the audience know that I have suffered from depression for a couple of decades, very severe. But my words were intended to help heal, A, to mention the topic, and B, to encourage people to get help. This is not about me today. This is about you. So after being asked to come and speak, I had to think, okay, how does a non-psychological professional address a group of really smart people about a topic that he has anecdotal experience? And as my dear friend, Professor Ed Lazowska, has said over the years, I've heard him in public many times, the plural of anecdotes is not data. So I don't have any data to share with you about, how to deal with depression or any other condition that affects your affect. So in the next few minutes, I want to share with you a metaphor that I've been thinking about so that we have a way of communicating about feelings. Only medical professionals can use labels, and nobody wants a label because a label it's limiting. We've all been traumatized over this last few years. We've been through a pandemic. We've sheltered for our lives. We have seen the economy change. We have seen culture wars. We've seen a real war. We've seen innumerable other things that cause us to be concerned, and it affects the way we feel. And so rather than talk about things that have labels, I want to talk about feelings in a word called affect. And I want to use a metaphor to describe affect and the components of that as far as I'm aware of them. I encourage you to challenge in your own minds this metaphor, make it better, change it, or better yet, turn it into a model. And the difference is a model has analytics. A model is simpler. A model has, you can apply numbers and you can make predictions. This isn't that. This is a metaphor. Ready? So in your mind, I want you to imagine a 3-foot plastic sphere. The surface of that sphere represents all the infinite number of affects that any human being can have. Make it simple. At the top, we'll call it the North Pole, your feelings are calm, engaged, you're competent, you're confident, you're full of energy and vitality, you're patient with people and yourself, you're resilient, you're able to take forces and blows from multiple directions. At the South Pole, well, put a negative sign in front of each of those factors. You're not calm, you're not engaged, you're not competent, you're not confident, your mind doesn't work well, you're not patient, resilient, and you're not optimistic about the future. Just like on the globe, planet Earth, if you find yourself in Antarctica, in the South Pole, without infrastructure and support, you will die. But this isn't going to be a depressing talk from a depressed individual. This is the way I want you to think about this is you've walked into REI, you've expressed your joy and your excitement about going camping, and they're going to gently help you understand that there's a list of things that you need to bring with you. I'm going to get to that in a second. Let's go back to this sphere. On the surface of this sphere, you're going to see a red dot, and that red dot moves around. Okay? And it moves around at different speeds at different times. It's moving here, and it's moving down here. I want you to index right now how you feel. I'm hoping that you're somewhere near the North Pole, calm, confident, you've been approved, you've been accredited, you've been verified. But you have feelings. The feelings will change from moment to moment. Why do the feelings change? So we're going to look inside the globe for a second. So inside this sphere, you're going to see a bunch of component vectors, or lines, arrows pointing from head to tail. And they go here, and they go there, and they go up, and they go down. But the result is, it goes from the center, and it goes to somewhere on the surface. Each of those little components, we're going to call factors that affect your affect. In the book, The Archaeology of the Mind, written by Jaak Panksepp and Lucy Biven, who are two neurobiologists looking for the evolutionary basis for affect, not feelings, not veering from neurobiology into psychology, but they're looking at groups of cells. And they came up with 7 systems that I'm thinking will be, for us, the minimum number of vectors that make up this sphere, describing your affect, wherever you're at. What are the 7 systems? Well, there's seeking/ambition, there's fear, there's rage and lust, and there's care/nurturing, there's panic/grief, and there's actually a play system. All of these systems are there, derived through evolution, because they confer upon you a survival advantage. Yeah, read the book. There's an advantage to occasionally being rageful, panic, fear, move away from danger, etc. I would add a few other vectors from my layman's standpoint. I would add, well, there's your genetics. What's your predisposition? A person like me who's finally gotten a label has, maybe a vector that has a magnetic attraction to the South Pole. There's your physiology. It's hard to feel good if your body is sick. It's hard to feel good if you're in chronic pain. These things. And it's also hard to feel good if your story that you tell yourself about the future isn't very optimistic. But I encourage you to think of all your component vectors, okay? This is navigation. So first vector, made up of all of these components. You're somewhere on the surface. It moves. Moving around is normal. Maybe going from north to south 3 times a day. Maybe you need to see somebody professional. If you're going side to side, maybe it's shop till you drop at Nordstrom, return it, shop till you drop, return it. I don't know exactly, but I do know that all types of feeling good are not the same, and all types of feeling bad are not the same. So it's an incomplete metaphor. Finish it for me. The second vector is your rate of change. It has to do with your memory. It has to do with your perception of where I was yesterday and where I think I'm going to go tomorrow. And trust me, not everything is within your control. This is affect, not geography. If the rain comes, if you get a wonderful surprise, all of these things recompute your positional vector. But I want to talk to you about the South Pole. And I don't want to tell you how to get out of the South Pole, because you need professional help. That's a job. There's some vectors are stuck in the wrong direction. That's not what I'm here for. I want to teach you how to the extent that you have control, prevent going to the South Pole or residing at the South Pole. So I'm going to give you another aspect of leadership. Remember this, Rule 6P. Proper preparation and practice prevents poor performance. If you Google or search for Rule 6P, you'll find other cruder interpretations, but the idea is the same. Proper preparation and practice prevent poor performance. So I want to focus on practice and performance, because the performance that I hope for you is that you are cruising around the North Pole as much as possible. So I'm going to give you a list. Practice what? Even though I'm only a single thread through the path of life, the benefit of a single data point is, well, it can disprove a lot of things, okay? So one of the things that it disproves is that, well, these types of things don't work, because I'm here to tell you, for me, it does. And I think for other people's, but you will have to create your own list. So the first thing I'd like you to do, add to your graduate training, undergraduate training, your work life, is learn how to breathe. Take a deep breath, inhale quickly, hold for a couple seconds, exhale. It makes a difference. Eat right. From simple rules I learned, eat real food, not too much, mostly vegetables. It will make you feel better. Exercise. Exercise has actually been proven to be as effective as taking antidepressants. It's important. And create space for yourself to listen to yourself. What do I mean? Well, since I've retired, I'm pretty hard to get a hold of. I don't do much email, I don't do Facebook, social media, and I spend time just thinking. It's hard to do when you're a student, when you're working, when you've got kids and a bunch of demands, but you owe it to yourself to create space to listen to what your mind and your body is trying to tell you. Learn mindfulness and meditation. This is something that you can do standing in line at a grocery store. You can be mindful and fully conscious anywhere you're at. Learn how to do that. Learn how to get better at it. Practice kindness and gratitude and forgiveness. I think that's also a leadership skill. I think it's something that you should embed in your psyche and start with yourself. What do I mean? The stories that you tell yourself and the voices that you use to tell yourself things matter. So I've got a cabinet of Brother Me's inside my head. I don't have a disorder. I just acknowledge that there are different flavors of me at different times. Someone's confident, someone's not, someone plays music, someone does this. But there are a couple of these characters that speak to me harshly, that put me down, that tell me that, oh, you did that again, you always do that, you never do that, you can't do that, whatever. And so one day I was walking down the steps and I just said, will you just shut up? Out loud, yelling, as if I was in a room with other people. And guess what? It makes you feel better. You're not crazy. Do it. Accept and adapt. Now, the word accept does not mean condone. It does not mean lie to yourself and say, this lousy situation I'm in is okay. I just need to choke it down. Accept means recognize the situation you're in and adapt. Deal with it. If you don't like the rain, put on a rain jacket. If you're in a skid, turn into the skid. Don't say, well, woe is me. Anyway, you get it. And finally, never give up. Just resolve to yourself, never give up. That doesn't mean you don't fall, doesn't mean you don't fail. I've been to the South Pole a couple of times. I've had treatments that you read about in the paper, and it's not fun. So that's my list. You have navigation, and hopefully you have some idea about locomotion, things that will change your position vector of affect. Just by coincidence, on May 29th, just a couple weeks ago, in the Washington Post, I read an article by Andrea Atkins entitled, will exercise, meditation, or Reiki help if you can't find a therapist? And it was dealing with a fact that if you try and call for a psychologist, a counselor, a psychiatrist, you're going to find that they're booked, they're busy. It's hard to get in. If you need to, you do that though. You don't give up. And you read that article, and there's some extra things on that list: yoga, journaling, other things that I don't do. You figure out what your vectors are, you figure out what works for you, but every single day, practice. Think of yourself as a musician affecting your affect. You're playing your affect. And without practice, a perishable skill, your affect will change. It will blow with the wind. So finally, in closing, my admonition: monitor your affect, your position, and your vector, and your velocity. Influence your affect's position with practice. Don't give up. Just keep at it. You will be able to nudge things. And if you find that you can't nudge things, get help. Don't perish from pride. Now, there are stories, if you talk to the people in REI, where people have gone out in the back country, they've got experience, people know them to be competent and experienced, and they run into trouble, bad weather, injury, whatever. And rather than call for help, they end up dying. So don't do that. Yes, it is embarrassing. Yes, it will interrupt your schedule, your meetings. Yes, you might actually have to have a confidential conversation with your colleague or supervisor or team members because I just need to get this done. But whatever it is, you ask for that help. Okay? And finally, your success is important. We want you to be successful. We want you to go out and find these jobs. There are problems that you computer scientists and teamed up with all manner of other scientists and engineers will solve. All of us will benefit. But your success is not as important as you. You are more important than your success. And remember that. So take care of yourself. You deserve it. And I'll see you at the North Pole.
Well, I'm Ed Lazowska, a longtime faculty member here in the Allen School. I'm here to speak to you about the Alumni Impact Award. I do want to begin by saying that Ron's message is an important one. This is one of the happiest days of your lives, I hope, and one of the happiest days of your parents' lives for sure. But all of us have our ups and our downs. I certainly have. And it's important for you to take care of yourselves and take care of each other. We all need to take care of one another, particularly in these days. It's been a crazy few years, and you've made it. Hopefully, we're all at the end of some of the craziness. And just remember to take care of yourself and take care of your friends. We inaugurated our Alumni Impact Award a dozen years ago for two purposes. First, to recognize some of our most accomplished alumni. And secondly, we want you to understand, you, our new graduates, that you're joining a long line of men and women who have built on their Allen School education to go out and make the world a better place. So it's my privilege to present four such people today. Our two 2020 recipients, Emma Brunskill and Kirk Glarum, selected back when we naively believed we would have an in-person graduation ceremony that year. And our two 2022 recipients, Brad Calder and Heather Underwood. So I'd like to ask Emma, Kirk, Brad, and Heather to join me on stage, please. So our first 2020 honoree, thank you for hanging on for 2 years at this point, is Emma Brunskill. Emma received bachelor's degrees in computer engineering and in physics from UW in 2000. She won a Rhodes Scholarship and earned a master's degree in neuroscience from Oxford University. She then received a PhD in computer science from MIT. She was a postdoctoral fellow at Berkeley, then a faculty member at Carnegie Mellon, and now is a faculty member at Stanford, where her research involves creating AI systems that robustly make good decisions in societal applications such as medical treatment and adaptive tutoring that are inherently data limited. You don't have as much information as you need. Emma has amassed an amazing collection of accomplishments and contributions, and unlike me, has decades of them still ahead of her. So we're thrilled to recognize Emma with an Allen School Alumni Impact Award. Our second 2020 honoree is Kirk Glarum. Kirk received a bachelor's degree in computer science and in math from UW in 1983. A few years later, he joined the Microsoft Office team, where he spent 22 years. In 1998, Kirk wrote a 2-page memo that revolutionized software reliability and made him a legend in Microsoft and beyond. I'm going to quote a few sentences from that memo, and remember, this is 1998, just a couple of years after the web. Customers hate crashes. The customer gets a dialog box saying, in effect, you're screwed. Not only is their work gone, but there's no way to do anything about it. We make every effort to find and fix crashing bugs before shipping, but once it's out the door, effort drops precipitously. With web-based communication, this needn't be. Okay, so in short, at a time when home internet was just becoming common, it was like 56 kilobits per second, Kirk envisioned and led the innovation of software crashes reporting program state to developers. Windows error reporting would group crashes using this information, helping developers to prioritize and fix crashing bugs, a game changer for Microsoft, which ultimately became common across the industry. We're thrilled to recognize Kirk with an Allen School Alumni Impact Award. Our first 2022 honoree is Brad Calder. Interestingly, by the way, although we didn't anticipate this or notice it in the beginning, both of our 2022 honorees got undergraduate degrees here and doctoral degrees from the University of Colorado. That's an odd coincidence that we noticed just the other day. Brad received bachelor's degrees in computer science and math from UW in 1991, followed by a doctorate from the University of Colorado at Boulder. He spent a year and a half at DEC's Western Research Laboratory, then 9 years as a professor of computer science at UC San Diego, 9 years at Microsoft, where he co-founded the Azure Cloud Project. And for the past 7 years, he's been at Google as vice president of Google Cloud, overseeing product and engineering for hardware, compute, networking, storage, databases, and data analytics. So Brad has truly done it all. He's been a highly successful faculty member. He advanced from assistant professor to full professor at UCSD in only 6 years, followed by leadership of the cloud efforts at both Microsoft and Google. In addition, his 17-year-old son, Caden, was going to join him on this trip, although unfortunately couldn't make it at the last minute. But Caden was going to check out the University of Washington as a possible college destination, so we may have another Calder in our program in a year. We're thrilled to recognize Brad with an Allen School Alumni Impact Award. Finally, Heather Underwood. Heather received a bachelor's degree in computer science from UW in 2009. She wanted to receive a PhD in technology, media, and society from the University of Colorado at Boulder, where her faculty mentor was, in fact, one of my own PhD alums from the University of Washington, John Bennett, who's here tonight to celebrate with Heather. Heather has a background at the intersection of computer science, global health, human-centered design, education, and international development. Her research in that direction began with her undergraduate research at UW and continued at Colorado, where she developed PartoPen, an application of digital pen technology to enhance the partograph system used throughout the developing world to monitor labor and reduce labor complications. This work received first prize in the ACM Student Research Competition in 2013. Heather spent several years as a faculty member at the University of Colorado, then as the executive director of Denver Biolabs. She then spent a year as a biodesign fellow at Stanford, where she transitioned to a full-fledged medical device and health technology entrepreneur. She's now the CEO of Evo Endo, a Denver medical device company that a few months ago received FDA clearance for a single-use unsedated endoscopy system, a safer, faster, and more affordable alternative to sedated endoscopy for both pediatric and adult patients. Heather, like all of our Alumni Impact Award recipients, is changing the world, and we're thrilled to recognize her. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
And now, a key moment that many of us have been waiting for. Good evening. My name is John Freilich. I'm a professor of computer science and engineering and the faculty undergraduate program coordinator. Along with Professor Dan Grossman, it is our tremendous honor to present to you the bachelor's degrees this evening. Getting a CSE, Getting a CSE degree is both incredibly challenging and rewarding, but I assure you, never in the history of the Allen School have people had to overcome the kinds of challenges that you have overcome. So I want to begin by applauding not just you, but those around you, those who celebrate you, who lift you up, your teachers, your family, your friends, the advising staff, and beyond. So please join me in applause. And now I would like to ask you to hold large group applause to the end, at which point we will do the most epic, most celebratory applause we have ever seen. So with that, let me ask the graduating classes of 2020, 2021, and 2022 to please come forward as your rows are dismissed. Ethan, oh. Is this, yeah. Ethan Cameron Chow.
Jane Higa.
Savannah Yi.
Patrick Mao.
Michelle Lin.
Mo Kayali.
Lauren Viken.
Leons Liu.
Jeffrey Fu Tien.
Zoe Shi.
Evan Howe.
Leah Tran.
Ian Shou.
Wen Chu.
Alex No Ka.
Ryan Su.
Kyle Zhang.
Daniel Wang.
Jacob Cohen.
Vishnu Karta.
Nishith Palagotadi.
Aaron Wu.
Sarah Scott.
Fong Wen.
Yu Xiao Kao.
Kevin Zhu.
Joshua Shin.
Kevin Wang.
Ethan Chen.
Eileen Zhang.
Cholu Bihanin.
Esther Chen.
Declan Edgecombe.
Tianao Shi.
Skylar Hallinan. Thank you.
Emily O'Neill.
Stephen Luong.
Donita Julius.
Jasmine Shaolin Woon.
Manisha Tyrumali.
David Cueva Cortez.
Sonika Taide.
Jennifer Long.
Priyanka Ganesha.
Hong Do.
Raida Karim.
Frank Yu.
David Roy.
Diana Aragon.
Anshul Mathur.
Ken Aragon.
Chahyun Koo.
Serena Galani.
Kaylin Winston.
Ryan Leong.
Caleb Winston.
Kwa Nguyen.
Chloe Winston.
Alexander Mostagello.
Anita Silva.
Austin Sacro.
Sebastian Sutomo.
Darius Liahu.
Mridula Venkatasan.
Jeter Imus Aureliano.
Alex Hughes.
Shandy Jinyoung Kim.
Vidhi Agrawal.
Matthew Robert Sieneman.
Hassan Awas.
Melissa Yiling Birchfield.
Ahmed Munir.
Jessica G. Sheen Birchfield.
Detlef Knaus.
Tommy Overland.
Abdusalam Shaltu.
Alex Savo.
Dat Doe.
Sharmila Roy.
Isabella Rivera.
Sanchit Singh.
Vincent Dang.
Arshana Jain.
Braden Gomi.
Howie Wien.
Juan Beltran.
Reynard Figamus.
Aditya Jamb.
Wayne Lai.
Kenneth Ma.
Kevin Paulson.
Zachary Markison.
Abigail Blaish.
Chase King.
Baong Lee.
Timothy Wu.
Richard Tran.
Andy Fan.
Kevin Ryu.
Ryan Featherman.
Kevin Huyn.
Victor Wu.
Crystal Vo.
Jerry Tsao.
Michael Weem.
Alexander Joe.
Zihong Wong.
Carrie Lee.
Grace Deng.
Chandra Burnham.
Timothy Coulter.
Zequen Chang.
Alyssa Cody.
Paolo Peony.
Britton Robinet.
Owen Daly.
Micah Whithouse.
Darren Huang.
Ludwig Lillenberg.
Samek Mulapati.
Madison Dorr.
Jamei Wong.
Chandan Hegde.
Joy Dang.
William Howard Snyder.
Paul Carmel.
Nachiket Carmarker.
Yenja Ong.
Suyash Panvalkar.
Aman Mohammed.
Rahul Ram.
Jared Greer.
Nathan White.
Zachary Barnes.
Ethan Coffey.
Tommy Pack.
Jacqueline Hunter.
Sunny Lee.
Christopher Warmoth.
Karina Novotny.
Yu Liu.
Cleo Chen.
Hong Chao Liu.
Dan Constantinescu.
Shinran Liu.
Maria Capodistra.
Zong Yun Chen.
Amanda Ong.
Jia Liang Liu.
Andrea Dang.
Alex Jovicich.
Shreyash Nigam.
Julia Ball.
Anjali Agarwal.
Yan Wong.
Logan Nana Pragasam.
Qian Chen Shen.
Neha Oradkar.
Lushi Wong.
An Keopradith.
Amy Kong.
Kang Zia Fung.
Alice Drow.
Elijah Grice.
Matthew Wild.
Stephanie Chuang.
Ryan Whittaker.
Tegan Horkin.
Today Yush Forte.
Akshat Agarwal.
Savi Gupta.
Ruthvik Sai Mandretti.
Victor Araujo.
Kiri Dowling.
Brian Lim.
Omar Ibrahim.
Shao Gang.
Noah Stavely.
Rongting Zhang.
Chenda Shiu.
Kelly Gui.
Shinru Chung.
Jackie Shi.
Mehek Man.
Eden Shemaluski.
Henry Tadusiak.
Edison Chow.
Chin Lin.
Shen Shu.
Esther Young.
Peter Gunarso.
Sherry Zhao.
Dia Joy.
Julia Wendling.
Yunwei Lang.
George Zhang.
Donovan C.
Logan Rickard.
Tiffany Lun.
Alexander Kim.
Megan Shi.
Wei-Sun Ao.
Autumn Liu.
Olga Andreeva.
Judy Pham.
Annie Tang.
Brian Zhu.
Xuan Yu Lim.
Austin Wong.
Michael Hu.
Min Sam Lee.
Kyle Thike Dao.
Lucy Shu.
Jake Mangino.
Kathy Zhu.
Ansh Vidyarthi.
Xingzi Nao.
Arjun Singla.
Jeremy Chen.
Abhishek Shaw.
Sanjunya. Satya Narayanan.
Marcus Amalachandran.
David Shiroma.
Arkoprobo Bhattacharya.
Sandy Chen.
Ishan Mitra.
Celeste Zhang.
Arjun Malhotra.
Jonathan Chen.
Bryce Williams.
Aaron Chen.
Kai Mihara.
James Chen.
Rishi Jha.
Cooper Chia.
Tudor Fanaru.
Alex Fong.
Matthew Arnold.
Xiaoqi Wang.
Luna Wang.
Apollo Drew.
Simon McFarlane.
Devin Mike He.
Ifan Bai.
Brendan Murphy.
Haopong Zhou.
Kwon Neil Kim.
William Douglas Olson.
Fiona Schaefer.
Millen Kadial.
Riley Gamson.
Helena Stafford.
Susie Shen.
Judah Whaley.
Rachel Charlotte Sitt.
Ethan Husted.
Joseph Schaefer.
Evan Straw.
Davika Baliga.
Shang Li.
Neha Nongvarkar.
John Taggart.
Peyton Lee.
Rishabha Patid.
Jeremy Gunawan.
Catherine Kai.
Darsh Desai.
Stephen Wu.
Dang Yijay.
Ashley Liao.
Drew Lee.
Lulu Pinzauer.
Sharmila Roy Chaudhary.
Suchi Sridhar.
Morel Fossing.
Leah Hiscock.
Armin Magnus.
Elizabeth Gossman.
Anna Goncharenko.
Nicholas Marzetti.
Alen Abi.
Scott Nee.
Ethan Pike.
Benjamin Zhuang.
David Lee.
Ann Shan,
Brian Jae-young Lee,
Sasha Burchenko,
Cassandra Ali Duong,
Tanmay Shah,
Maggie Lai,
Brandon Haoshen Liu,
Kitaki Duskar,
Yodahe Yeshatila,
Shreya Kurpal,
Jevin Gu,
Aaron Mulanon,
James Q,
Yasin Alaisa,
Jake Jung,
Jeff Da,
Kashi Chowdhury,
Sarah Rashid,
Annalise Ni,
Hung No,
Donna Albi,
Yi Miao Chin,
Sean Lee,
Jason Chen,
Daniel Zhu,
Charles Yao,
Lucy Zhang,
Manchin Chen,
Lucia Vina,
Yi Hong Wu,
Frank Poon,
Alex McGregor,
Dylan Hare,
Charlie McBride,
Justin Wong,
Taryn Long,
Ryan Chu,
Saketh Nimagada,
Bradford Chen,
Brian Tran,
Kelvin Chung,
Chen Shu Song,
Ronnie Doe,
Peter Cha Hao Chan,
Tinyi Zhao,
Julian Yu,
Zenin Zhao,
Shannon Chen,
Ikai Yan,
Jia Young Huang,
Yushan Liu,
Yi Lin Sai,
Han Zhang,
Pimi Win,
Manu Sharma,
Giovanni Castro,
Kavi Ramamurthy,
William Castro,
Will Bigelow,
Logan Wong,
Kimberly Kabamalan,
Michael Wen,
Anne Pham,
Nishant Rajkumar,
Allison Liu,
Anina Harriet,
Hyuna Zhang,
Adi Chagadlar. I can't read it right.
Jyoti Lama,
Ardi Madidi,
Linda Vong,
Estevan Seifried,
Merhawi Abraha,
Connor Wallace,
Olivia Mirashan,
William Nguyen,
Tyler Dow,
Supawish Jim Limprasert,
Lonnie Tra,
Samuel Vanderlinde,
Milan Kron,
Rumya Chula,
Aiden McCall.
Raiden Chia.
Kiran Naran.
Ritik Argawal.
Nikhil Nagari.
Rinshaba.
Larry Bari. Barry.
Rishaba Goyal.
Justin Bao.
Ritadawaj Roy Chudari.
Paul Drutza.
Tanish Kapoor.
Manan Gandhi.
Wei Xiong.
Sean Stanley.
Anna Yoyich.
Benjamin Yu.
Bori Zhang.
Herschel Desai.
Arjun Lawani.
Eric Fan.
Isha Magzi.
Tai Huang.
Morgan Graham.
Long Wen.
Soon Jun Moon.
Cole Purcell.
Kyung Suk Kong.
Victor Shan.
Jun Young Chong.
David Chang.
Meng Yu Mia Lee.
Raj Talukder.
Hideyoki Komaki.
Thomas Nguyen.
Felicia Yan.
Stephen Pater.
Renee Wong.
Clara Sutton.
Maxime Sutters.
Alex Mila Sunyaga.
Yun Kayu Soni.
Juan Martinez Rojo.
Daruv Yatuv.
Matthew Broom.
Nicholas Gaub.
Johan Choi.
Harmony Peng.
Raehung Chen.
Basha Radka.
Turner Riley.
Rachel Yi.
Prithviraj Tarali.
Audrey Ma.
Laksh Gupta.
Mitchell Wong.
Cheng Wong.
Grant Williams.
Yishin Hao.
Wesley Lam.
Saiwei Tian.
Samuel Berenson.
Wenjen Chen.
Noah Ponto.
Mengyuo Feng.
Loe Mansour.
Jinhua Wang. Suchin Birgva. Aman Agarwal. Manas Jawar.
Dmitry Shepelev.
Kushal Junjunwala.
Eric Ye.
Thushar Podar.
Jimmy Guo.
Shoreya Jayan.
Neil Kagawala.
Ali Flager.
Andrew Washington Wong.
Jack Siri.
Yu Chen Shao.
Victor Kwan.
Alan Insastigi Salazar.
William Kim.
Nora Morsi.
Michael Shuin.
Tyler Wong.
Leo Tsai.
Richard Halbert.
Edward Liu.
Avira Sharma.
Mark Gao.
Tejasvini Sareen.
Kichonodam Tang.
Shub Carmen Singh.
Jeremy Lin.
Aaron Mehret.
Audrey Michelle.
Yu Zin.
Farrell Phileas.
Amanda Key.
Ronald Wijoya.
Pedro Chin de Alameda Paris.
Gazelle Vanessa Gunawan.
Jess Olmsted.
Jevin Kosasi.
Jonathan Leon Guerrero.
Winston Jojana.
Ronak Ved.
Philip Jonani.
Aishu Murari.
Vinaya Regita Wijaya.
Ryan Daly.
Colby Tong.
Laura DeBolt.
David Tsai.
Molly Fleming.
Min Huang.
Kevin Sun.
Mikey Wilson.
Yuchen Wong.
Moses Jacobs.
Chin Yi Wong.
Tolu Bihinayin.
Jeffrey Chang.
Adi Jen.
Sigala Hernandez Radoshevich.
Pranesh Reddy Jambula.
Brian Yao.
Aditya Srivatsan.
Daniel Chiang.
Shivam Drishti Bhatia.
Shinkai Zhang.
Prati Damija.
Kunal Sika.
Varsha Kanda.
Imran Hassan.
Howie Jang.
Nikhil Sharma.
Karan Narula.
Pradeep Chakravarti.
Libby Nell.
Jonathan Henriksen.
Fuddle Shtiwi.
Ishan Narula.
Anthony Tran.
Eric Yoon.
Zui Pham.
Kai Tran.
Carla Chung.
Dylan Stone.
Mi Tran.
Darren Dank.
Yen Lung.
Amy Shu.
Zihao Jack Ju.
Rabab Ibrahim.
Diana E. Dai.
Ravia Kutri.
Yuechen Chang.
Linda Pham.
Sylvia Wang.
Annabelle Yuan Hu.
Marcus Schiffer.
Ishin Shu.
Dylan Hartono.
Jinghao Li.
Anthony Liu.
Yichen Wang.
Keldon Lin.
Winchin Lao.
Eliza Huang.
Shin Ma.
Millicent Lee.
Naiha Jugatisin.
Andressa Chan.
Grace Raper.
Kin Jol. Halder.
Nardine Ishak.
Leo Liao.
Michael Huang.
Alan Jung.
Quentin Miao.
Kevin Koi Win Lei Pham.
Ji Ping Ding.
Wen Xuan Liu.
Kai Ji Zhong.
Chun Min Lu.
Chen Lin Lo. Okay.
Xuen Kong.
Xiao Yue Sun.
Yuji Lai.
Xinyan Velocity Yu.
Shangyu Zhou.
Rita Jiyun Zhong.
Xiaowei Li.
Jessica Dai.
Smart Chang.
Jolie Schwartz.
Meishen Dung.
Sripop Tiran Tashai.
Andrew Rowland.
Natanon Akatapapa.
Abdurrahman Mohammed Hassan.
Milin Kod Nong Ba.
Snigdha Goyal.
Fewin Prangfafan. Shikang Ga. Dengshi Chen. Cheng Ha Jessica J. Wu. Andrew Liu.
This is the last call for undergraduate degrees. Going once. Going twice. I need to okay, quiet down, please. You're only halfway through, folks. So I would like to remind all of the students of the award winners, we do need you making your way over this way before John makes his closing statements. Thank you.
And now, please join me in what we promised, the most epic applause we've ever provided our children.
We're paging Lucy Jang. Paging Lucy, you're up next to present the ACM Teaching Awards. Lucy? We found Lucy, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi everyone, my name is Lucy Jang, and both this year and last I've had the honor of being your ACM chair. For the first time in 3 years, we're really excited to bring back our tradition of conferring the ACM Teaching Award to highlight and celebrate the excellent faculty in the Allen School. And this year, we're actually breaking from tradition a bit in that we're spreading the love and conferring awards for faculty members in the 100, 300, and 400 level courses. Before announcing the winners, I would like to share some of the contributions that these incredible instructors have made to the Allen School. And to start in the 100 level course category, this faculty member has taught courses such as CSE 143 and 163 and was described by students to be one of the kindest teachers that they've met. Students both within the Allen School and from other majors appreciate his dedication to making computer science more approachable. Congratulations to Hunter Schaefer. Where is he? And moving on to the 300 level course category, even though he just started as an instructor, this faculty member has already made an impact. He has helped students truly understand the content in courses such as CSE 311, 312, and 332, and is known for having crystal clear and enjoyable lectures that students are excited to attend. Congratulations to Robbie Weber. Thank you. And last but certainly not least, for the 400 level course category, this faculty member demonstrates a strong commitment to creating a welcoming and supportive environment both within the classroom and in the Allen School as a whole. He makes advanced topics accessible and entertaining and has even re-inspired students' love for computing as a field. Congratulations to Yoshi Kono.
Hey, Chloe, have you ever taken a selfie with 600 students before?
I have not. Let's do it now.
It's counting down, just 1 second.
Oh,
Everybody keep smiling.
10 seconds. 10 seconds, everybody.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and keep holding those smiles. Because you weren't here long enough. Thank you, folks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. My name is Crystal Eny, and I am the Director of Student Services. I'm here tonight with Chloe DeLisi Mandeville, Assistant Director for Diversity and Access, to present the Service Award. We are part of a team of 17 professionals on the Student Services team who have the pleasure of working with the undergraduate and fifth-year master's students. To the students, we want to thank you for sharing part of your story with us, and we would like to offer our sincere congratulations to each and every one of you. As you head into the next chapter of your lives, please do keep in touch. We don't stop caring when you flip that tassel to the other side. There are a few groups of people we would like to recognize before moving on to the Service Award. Would all of the graduating students who participated in the following programs please rise or raise their hands? Peer advisors, transfer and DA seminar TAs, startup leads, ambassadors, change makers in computing mentors, and student org officers. You have put in countless hours over the last several years, and we could not have done our jobs without you. Please join me in thanking these dedicated students. And now for the Service Awards. In 2001, we established the Undergraduate Service Award to recognize outstanding graduating seniors who consistently contribute to the activities and events that take place each year. We appreciate all the great students who take an active role in our community, and it's difficult to choose from among our 2,000 amazing students. We would like to now honor the 2020, 2021, and 2022 Service Award recipients.
For 2020, we recognize the following students: Muratan Sarali, Savannah Yi, Jenny Liang, and Angela Yoon. Han went above and beyond to support our first quarter transfer students. He hosted multiple office hours per week, openly shared his personal experiences as a UW transfer student, saw opportunities to speak with students outside the classroom, and frequently spent time in the labs to help make the environment more accessible and comfortable for our newest transfer students. Savannah worked for us as a TA and then as a peer advisor. She met with hundreds of students to help them understand the application process and navigate the Allen School. She was also an officer for ACMW and the Student Advisory Council. Through these different roles, Savannah helped to organize several community events centering around failure and vulnerability for Allen School students. Thank you, Savannah. Jenny is passionate about helping others and developing technology for social good. In her service as vice chair of the Allen School Student Advisory Council, she advocated for students' needs and led important directives related to student sex and equity. Jenny helped underserved communities through her work in the Allen School's Information and Communication Technology for Development Lab. Finally, Angela was the chair of the ACMW, and in that role, she provided space for the team to educate each other on the experiences of women in technology. She also encouraged them to be innovative and creative in their approach to the organization. Angela always centered her leadership around service to others. Thank you to our 2020 awardees. Thank you, Savannah. For 2021, we would like to recognize Eric Fan and Yunia Lee. Eric found countless opportunities to make the Allen School a better place. He was a TA 9 times for 7 courses. In addition to his outstanding TA work, Eric served as both an ACM officer and Student Advisory Council member at large. Eric had a hand in planning and executing the Allen School's biggest student events during the virtual academic year, which greatly contributed to the Allen School community. Thank you, Eric. Unia was a lead ambassador, was the chair of ACM, and lead TA for a Direct to Major seminar for incoming freshmen. Additionally, she served as a primary contributor to the formation of the Allen School's undergraduate diversity and access team. Unia's passion for diversity, equity, and inclusion, as well as her enthusiasm and empathy for others, is evident in all that she does. Thank you to our 2021 awardees. For 2022, we would like to recognize the following students: Neha Aradkar, Erin Milana, Lucy Jang, and Neha Jaguthasan. Neha is fiercely dedicated to making the communities around her more inclusive, particularly for people with disabilities, and demonstrates that daily through her interactions with the UW community, as well as the policies that she has created. In addition to many other contributions, this past year, she created our newest student organization, Ability, which focuses on the disability community and accessibility awareness. Thank you, Neha. Erin is an inspirational trailblazer who founded Gen 1, which is a student organization dedicated to supporting students who are first in their family to earn a U.S. bachelor's degree. Because the first-generation college student experience is an invisible one, Erin was committed to bringing visibility and fostering community among other Allen School first-generation students. Thank you, Erin. Lucy is a phenomenal student leader who has held several student positions, including being a teaching assistant for several courses, serving as the chair for ACM, and representing the student voice on both the diversity committee and the curriculum committee. Lucy is organized, thoughtful, and always willing to lend a hand when needed. Thank you, Lucy. And finally, Neha goes above and beyond in everything she does, but especially with her commitment to diversity, equity, inclusion, and access. This was seen through her work as an ambassador, a lead ambassador, a member of our diversity and access team, and her contributions to the Allen School's Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Access Strategic Plan. Thank you, Neha. Please help me in congratulating all of our awardees.
Hi, my name is Yoshi Kono, and I am a professor of computer science and engineering and associate director in the Allen School. I'm thrilled to present to you today the Senior Thesis Award. The Allen School is committed to expanding its global impact in computer science and computer engineering research, and we are so proud of all of the undergraduates who have helped us with that mission. Will those undergraduates who participated in research projects during their time in the Allen School please stand to be recognized? Additionally, to earn Allen School honors, a student must maintain a high grade point average and complete an independent research project with a thesis under the supervision of a faculty member. Interdisciplinary honors requires taking a majority of UW general education requirements in honors-specific courses, and college honors means that a student has completed both interdisciplinary and Allen School honors. Will all those who have completed any of these honors programs please stand to be recognized? Each year, a committee selects a student to honor with the distinction of Best Thesis Award, Best Senior Thesis. This award is based on originality, the impact, and written quality of the work. In 2020, the committee selected Kimberly Christine Ruth to receive the award. Kimberly's research title was Understanding and Designing for Security and Privacy in Multi-User AR Interactions. Kim was supervised by Francisca Rossner and myself. Kim is now pursuing her PhD at Stanford University. We also had two runners-up in 2020. Anand Sekar and Gung-Hao Yi, please stand to be recognized. In 2021, we had a tie. Parker Ruth won for his thesis, Design Principles for Mobile and Wearable Health Technologies. Parker was supervised by Shweta Patel and is also currently pursuing his PhD at Stanford University. In 2021, winner was Joy Heyuya for her thesis, Assessing the Relationship Between Routine and Schizophrenia Symptoms with Passively Sensed Measures of Behavioral Stability. Joy was supervised by Tim Altoff. And finally, for 2022, this year's Best Thesis Award goes to Lucy Zhang. The title of Lucy's project is Flipping the Script, Co-Designing Systems to Support Blind and Low Vision Audio Description Scriptwriters. Lucy was supervised by Richard Ladner. After this, Lucy is headed to Cornell University while she will be pursuing her PhD. Our students truly do some outstanding work. If you want to learn more, you can read our winners' full theses on our websites. Congratulations, Lucy, and to all our Best Senior Thesis Award recipients.
All right, next award. We have a lot of really, really amazing students, as you may have noticed. The Outstanding Computer Science and Engineering Senior Awards recognize the students in our school who best demonstrate superior scholarship, leadership potential, and the ability to both apply and create new knowledge in the field of computing. It is my pleasure to recognize the Outstanding Computer Science and Engineering Senior Awards recipients. For 2020, we recognized Ethan Cameron Chow, Mo Koyali, and Pathirat Kosakanchit, and Kimberly Ruth. Ethan made significant contributions to natural language processing tools for less resourced dialects, with a focus on effectively representing languages for which data is scarce and conventional methods are ineffective. He also studied abroad at the prestigious Swiss Federal Institute of Technology, ETH Zurich. Mo spearheaded the latest version of the control software for the Manastash Ridge Observatory run by the UW Astronomy Department. He earned an honorable mention from the Computing Research Association as part of its CRA Outstanding Undergraduate Research Award competition. He also received a Mary Gates Research Scholarship from the UW. Pat's work with the Information and Communication Technology for Development Lab included helping to deploy a community LTE network in Oaxaca, Mexico, and analyzing network usage as part of a project in Bokondini, Indonesia. Pat received the Outstanding Female Award from the UW Society of Women Engineers and an honorable mention in the CRA Outstanding Undergraduate Research Awards competition. Kim was recognized by the Computing Research Association as one of the top 4 undergraduate computer science researchers in North America and was also awarded the College of Engineering Dean's Medal for Academic Excellence. She previously was named a Goldwater Scholar, a Mary Gates Scholar, and a member of the Husky 100. Kimberly did significant work in the Allen School's Security and Privacy Research Laboratory, where she focused on user security, privacy, and safety for augmented reality technologies. Congratulations to all our awardees. For 2021, we recognize Skylar Hallinan, Joy Hei Ueya, and Parker Ruth. Skylar contributed to multiple projects in the Allen School focused on techniques for analyzing misinformation, bias, and propaganda in the media, understanding the defining linguistic features of bilingual speakers, and advancing common sense reasoning of natural language models. He was named a Levinson Emerging Scholar and also served as a teaching assistant for the Allen School over multiple quarters. Joy pursued exceptional research in the Allen School's Behavioral Data Science Group, applying data science techniques to measures of patient behavior to assess how they might predict the onset of schizophrenia symptoms. She also contributed to a project at the Max Planck Institute for Software Systems in Germany that applies reinforcement learning to generate personalized curricula for students learning to code. Joy was recognized by the Computing Research Association as one of the top computing undergraduate researchers in North America. Parker was a student in the University Honors Program and the Levin Entrepreneurship Program. As an undergraduate researcher, Parker produced exceptional work in mobile health and wearable sensing systems in the Allen School's UbiComp lab, where he developed tools that screen for conditions such as stroke, osteoporosis, and pulse transit time. Parker was a College of Engineering Dean's Medalist, received a National Science Foundation Graduate Research Fellowship, and was named a finalist in the Computing Research Association Outstanding Undergraduate Research Award. Congratulations to the 2021 winners. All right, and for 2022, we recognize Joey Schaefer and Peter Michael. Joey has contributed significantly to interdisciplinary research at the UW Center for an Informed Public. conducting both qualitative and quantitative research to understand and combat online misinformation and disinformation. He was awarded a National Science Foundation Graduate Research Fellowship to continue his research at the PhD level. He has served as a teaching assistant and as an officer on the Allen School Student Advisory Council. Peter graduated with his bachelor's in computer engineering last fall, and now his master's in computer science and engineering just 2 quarters later. Peter served as a teaching assistant in the Allen School and conducted significant research at the intersection of computer graphics, vision, and machine learning, which he will continue as he pursues a PhD. Congratulations to the 2022 award winners. So please join me in congratulating all of these amazing students. Congratulations.
Good evening. My name is Justin Shaw, and I'm one of the teaching professors here in the Allen School. I am honored and excited to present the Bob Bandis Teaching Awards for the last 3 years tonight. Bob Bandis was a grad student in CSC who died in a skydiving accident in 1983. The Bob Bandis Memorial Award for Outstanding Teaching honors both him and the excellent work done by the teaching assistants, better known as TAs, right, in the school, who dedicate themselves to promoting computer science education and giving back to their community. This year alone, over 700 unique students, both graduate and undergraduate, served as TAs in our courses, highlighting the critical role that they play in allowing us to teach computer science to thousands of students every quarter. Most of the TAs over the last 3 years had to deal with the special challenges of teaching during a global pandemic, including ever-changing course and university policies, dropped connections with students, both personally and internet-related, and the dreaded wall of black boxes on Zoom. And yet, our TAs persevered, maintaining our educational mission and oftentimes offering a lifeline to isolated students across the globe. Could all students who have ever served as TAs in the Allen School please stand now so we can recognize you? Thank you for all that you do. We definitely could not do this without you. So this year, we received over 500 nominations spread out amongst 200 of those TAs. And from this large and fantastic group, it is always incredibly difficult to pick out just a few winners and honorable mentions, but at least tonight we get to recognize 3 years' worth of outstanding contributors, though many more are also deserving. So first, we would like to recognize the honorable mentions. So please hold your applause until the end. If you are present, please stand up when I call your names. So in 2020, our honorable mentions were Chengyi Wang, Jialin Li, and Tao Woman. In 2021, our honorable mentions were Edward Misbach, Kiri Dowling, and Liang He. And in 2022, our honorable mentions go to Abhishek Shah, Dylan Hartono, and Nicholas Suhardi. Please join me in congratulating these amazing TAs. And now for our winners from the last 3 years, along with a few words about their contributions. If you are present, please join me on stage as your names are called. So in 2020, our winners were Andrew Gies and Travis McGahee. I don't think they're present, but that's fine. Andrew TA'd 5 times for CSE 331, Software Design and Implementation, earning praise for being, quote, a wonderful TA who provided a tremendous amount of help during this tough quarter, end quote, as well as his course development work. He updated all the grading scripts, learned React, taught us JavaScript, even lectured 2 or 3 times with beautiful style. I love how Andrew shaped 331 for the better. He is also extremely committed to his job and was very patient with students like myself who asked him questions before or after class. Travis TA'd for 9 quarters across 5 different courses. One student noted that he gave detailed answers that made me feel more comfortable handling harder problems, and I never once did I feel bad about not knowing a concept. Travis has all the qualities I want in a TA: patience, enthusiasm, domain knowledge, and confidence. Another student stated that Travis has been a great example of how to be a great teacher and how to inspire learning in students. In 2021, our winners were Andrew Wei, Eric Fan, and Taylor Ka. Andrew TA'd for 8 different courses over 12 quarters. According to one of his students, Andrew has the distinction of having been, quote, the most dedicated TA I have come across. Andrew would stay up for hours multiple times a week to help students struggling through the labs. He once worked with me until almost 4 a.m. when I was getting really frustrated and didn't know what to do. His generosity and patience was super admirable, and I would love for him to be recognized for everything he did as a TA. Thanks, Andrew. As you heard before, Eric has TA'd for 7 different courses, but has also served as the TA coordinator for our CSD 14X Introductory Programming Series. According to one of his students, Eric was an amazing TA who truly showed that he cared for the students that were under his section. He was always extremely open to us, helping us in any way that he could, and consistently reminded us about ways we could get help with the course content if needed. I also found him to be really approachable and open to communication, even to students that had to take the course asynchronously. All in all, Eric was a TA that contributed to my learning greatly, especially in a quarter that didn't have the best circumstances surrounding it. And Taylor TA'd for 8 times for Computer Programming 2. A faculty nomination stated that Taylor was, quote, easily the best TA I have had across all courses in UW. Taylor was incredibly kind, approachable, and knowledgeable, which made an otherwise daunting class much more manageable. The examples and diagrams during section made the material much easier to understand, and her comments were incredibly helpful and detailed, providing me with valuable feedback. She was also so kind and a pleasure to talk to. I think I got super lucky this quarter. So one more time, please join me in congratulating our 2021 award winners. Okay. Okay. And for 2022, our Bandis Award winners are Ali Flegger, Shreya Jayaraman, and Soham Pardeshi. All right. Allie is about to TA for her 7th time this summer across 3 courses. She was described as the most enthusiastic TA I've ever met in the Allen School. She is super kind and generous, especially to transfer students. As an excellent communicator, she always makes sure students walk away with their questions answered. Another student declared that the patience and dedication it took to teach me the concepts in 311 is amazing. She deserves more than this award. She deserves part of my degree when I eventually earn it. Thank you so much, Allie. I could not have done it without you. Shreya TA'd our Foundations of Computing courses for 8 quarters. One of her instructors beamed that she is extremely responsible and reliable, and I really appreciated it. I never had to worry or nor micromanage. I just trusted her completely to execute and let me know if there were any issues. Overall, Shreya was one of the best TAs I ever worked with. Knowledgeable, responsible, and a natural teacher. Soham is close to the record, having TA'd 14 times across 5 different courses. One of his nominations reads, Soham is by far the best TA I have had at UW. It is obvious he cares about the well-being and success of his students. He has eliminated my fear of asking for help by always reaching out to his students and asking them if they need help. If I succeeded on an assessment, his responses were always full of enthusiasm, which helped me, and I'm sure many other students, to keep working hard. Soham is deserving of this award because of his determination to help students and the immense amount of time he puts into the course he is working for. So can we get one final round of applause for our 2022 award winners and all of the TAs in the Allen School?
Good evening. My name is Dan Suchu. I'm a professor in the Paul G. Allen School of Computer Science and Engineering. And together with my colleague, Professor Richard Anderson, right here, we will introduce the students graduating with a master's degree in computer science and engineering. There are 3 different groups of students who are receiving their master's in computer science and engineering. The first group is that every PhD student who passes their qualification exams can apply to receive a master's degree, and quite often after that they continue with their studies for the PhD degree. The second group consists of 5th year master's students. These are students selected from our undergraduates, and they continue to study for 1 more year after receiving their bachelor's degree. They take additional courses, and some of them write a master's thesis based on some research project. These students were among the best in their class, and they further expand their knowledge during their 5th year, and they are ready for a great career in computer science. The third group are the students in the professional master's program. These are professionals. They are software engineers or developers or managers. They have at least 3 or 4 years of industrial experience before they join our program. These students are amazing. During the day, they have challenging daytime jobs. They have full jobs. And during the evening, they come to campus and to take these advanced courses in the PMP program. They also need to do homework. They also need to do class projects. They have to read papers. They have to write reviews. And all this while learning the advanced material that they need to learn in the master's program. Many of them have families. Some of them even have hobbies. And I really don't know when they have time to sleep. So today, we are honoring the students from all these 3 groups who received their master's degree within the last 3 years. And I will now ask the master's students to come forward. And I'm going to ask all of you to hold on their applause until everybody gets to come forward. And then at the end, we will give them a big round of applause. Andrew Way.
Pallavi Reddy.
Wilson Tong.
Nicole Emilita Gisti.
Jan Geng.
Shruti Kundapura.
Jake Heng.
Vinayak Sood.
Hannah Chung.
Satyam Bansal.
Oliver Zhang.
James Daniel Roots.
James Arageropoulos.
Samuel Bowen.
Ahmed Magnus.
Tobias Rodi.
Swati Agrawal.
Kyle Nail.
Abhijit Bhatnagar.
Weihao Liang.
Apurva Gupta.
Rachel Kirus.
Nicole Riley.
Shubham Gupta.
Evan Q.
Hey. Arthur Liu.
We love you, Arthur!
Patirat Kosakan Chit.
Taylor Ka.
Yes, Taylor!
Patsavui Luis Maliwan.
Eric Kogler.
Yue Zhang.
Tyler Mi.
Yeah, Tyler!
Ihong Zhang.
Ayaz Leitz,
Jiaming Zhao,
Zachary Montoya,
Bowen Zhu,
Todor Dimitru,
Isan Cameron Chow,
Jackson Stokes,
Guozhao Zhang,
Jerome Palikaya,
Savannah Yi,
Eden Snee,
Michelle Lin,
Harsh,
Venkatesh Srinivas,
Pankaj Parag,
Divya Upadhyay,
Alok Parmesh,
Pavan Tiwari,
Toby Liu,
Melissa Iling Birchfield,
Dustin Harris,
Stephen Su,
Alexandra Berzitska,
Dijut Geng,
Muryank Aurora,
Steve Ma,
Jacob Philippek,
Terrell Strong,
Will Chen,
Carlos Berkeley,
Scott Mikowski,
Mo Kayali,
Kaylin Winston,
Peter Lin,
Sanjoti Thakari, Celeste Chang, Suji Zhao, CJ Lin, Lei Zhang, Guanghao Yi, Kushal Junjawala, Abhishek Babu, Mikhail Megitsu,
All right, so let's give a big round of applause to these amazing people who went above and beyond to get their masters in computer science and engineering. Okay.
Well, we are almost at the end of a long evening, and we're glad you're still with us. My name is Ed Lazowska.
And I'm Jamie Morgenstern.
Neither of us is Anna Carlin, who unfortunately couldn't be here tonight, but it's our honor and pleasure to present the Doctor of Philosophy recipients for the classes of 2020, 2021, and 2022. Each of these students in their PhD dissertation has done research that makes a significant contribution to the field of computer science. We're hugely proud of what they've accomplished. Students, please line up to stage right as your row is dismissed. And faculty who will hood the students, please line up to stage left. As students are hooded, please return to your seat, and faculty rejoin the stage line if you have another student to be hooded.
All right. Our first PhD graduate is Ida Amini, advised by Hana Hajishirshi. Ida's thesis is entitled The Application of Natural Language Processing Towards Scientific Text Understanding. After graduation, Ida will be a software engineer in machine learning at Google.
Someone did not bring up the students.
We don't have the students yet. Oh, okay.
Already we have a glitch, but don't panic.
First glitch wasn't me. Yes. Nope. No students. Students. Oh, again? Okay. Okay. Ida Amini, thank you.
Okay, now we're on track. Our second graduate this evening is Deepali Aneja, advised by Linda Shapiro. Thesis is learning-based techniques for facial animation, and Deepali will be a research engineer at Adobe Research.
Our third graduate will be Hesama Bagaranajad, advised by Ali Farhadi. Their thesis is entitled For Better Generalization, Model Data, and Explicit Knowledge. After graduation, Hesam will be a researcher at Apple.
Guggen Bonsal, advised by Dan Weld. PhD title is Three Maxims for Developing Human-Centered AI for Decision-Making. Guggen will be a senior researcher at Microsoft Research.
Our next graduate is Jennifer Brennan, advised by Kevin Jamison. Jennifer's thesis is entitled Experimental Design with Scientific Applications, and after graduating, she will be joining Google Research as a software engineer.
Our next graduate is Walter Tsai, advised by Dan Sushu and Magda Balazinska. Novel data summaries for join query optimization. And Walter will be a software engineer at Snowflake.
All right, our next graduate will be Bindita Chaudhuri, advised by Linda Shapiro and Alex Colburn, with a thesis title of Deep Facial Expression Modeling and 3D Motion Retargeting from 2D Images. After graduating, Bindita will be a research scientist at Meta.
Megan Cowan, advised by Luis Ceze. Automated generation of domain-specific kernels. And Megan will be an engineer at Microsoft Research. I got this nailed. Can't believe you can read that.
All right, our next graduate is Aissa Iner, advised by William Stafford Noble, with the thesis entitled Deep Learning for Transcriptoptics and Proteomics. And after graduation, Aisha will be a research software engineer at Google. Congratulations. Yep, okay. All right, and our next graduate will be Kiana Eshani, advised by Ali Farhadi and Rusbeh Motagi, with a thesis entitled Intelligence Through the Lens of Interaction. After graduation, Kiana will be a computational biologist at Adaptive Biotechnologies. Nope, there's Spirit, nope.
Research scientist at the Allen Institute.
Oh, sorry, at the Allen Institute for Artificial Intelligence.
James Ferguson, advised by Hannah Hajishirzi. Context in question and answering. James will be an applied scientist at Amazon.
All right, Emily First, advised by Mark Oskin, has a thesis entitled code generation and optimization of graph programs on a many core architecture. After graduation, Emily will be a member of the technical staff at AMD Research.
Philip Garrison, advised by Richard Anderson, maintaining computers and maintaining computer science. Philip will be a software engineer at the Allen Institute for Cell Science.
All right. Chris Ging, advised by Franzi Rosner, has a thesis entitled Analyzing Usable Security, Privacy, and Safety Through Power Relations. After graduating, Chris will be a postdoc at NYU Tandon.
Liang He, advised by John Freilich, fabricating kinetic objects with 3D printable spring-based mechanisms for interactivity. Liang will be a tenure-track assistant professor at Purdue University.
Next, we have Maida Hassar, advised by Sham Golakata, hooded by Luis Ceze, with a thesis titled Platforms and Technologies for Low-Power Wireless Systems. After graduating, Maydad will be a senior machine learning systems engineer at OctoML.
Jane Hofswell, advised by Jeffrey Hare, languages and visualization tools for data-centric end-user programming of interactive visualization designs. And Jane will be a research scientist at Adobe.
Alexander Holinsky, advised by Steve Seitz, Brian Curlis, and Richard Seletsky, has a thesis entitled Augmenting Visual Memories. And after graduation, Alexander will be taking up a joint position as a postdoc at UC Berkeley and research scientist at Google Research.
Maxwell Horton, advised by Ali Farhadi and Mohammad Rastagari, data-constrained model compression. Maxwell will be a machine learning researcher at Apple.
Sumaya Ibtasam, advised by Richard Anderson, has a thesis title, Beyond Access, Broadening Technological and Financial Inclusion. Sumaya will be a user experience researcher at Axon Enterprise.
Hamid Izzedinia, advised by Steve Seitz, learning scene CAD recomposition, and Hamid will be a research scientist at Osaro.
Mundar Joshi, advised by Luke Zettelmoyer and Dan Weld, has a thesis title of How to Train Your Self-Supervised NLP Model, investigating pre-training objectives, data, and scale. After graduating, Mundar will be a research scientist at Google.
Ravi Kirker, advised by James Fogarty, designing personal health technologies for translating population-level evidence into personal understanding. And Ravi will be an assistant professor at the University of Massachusetts.
Navina Karusala, advised by Richard Anderson, has a thesis titled Mobile Health and the Social Organization of Care in the Global South. After graduating, Navina will be joining the circus postdoc at Harvard.
Kusha Kalvati, advised by Rajesh Rao, but hooded by Dan Weld, a computational framework for modeling belief-based decision-making, and Kusha will be a scientist at the Allen Institute.
Patrick Lancaster, advised by Sid Srinivasa and Joshua Smith, has a thesis entitled Sensing and Actuation Technologies for Dexterous Manipulation in Constrained Environments.
Gilwoo Lee, advised by Siddhartha Srinivasa, Scalable Bayesian Reinforcement Learning. Gilwoo will be the CEO at Zordi. Halfway there.
Yeah, we're good.
Almost.
All right, we have Babin Lee next, advised by Linda Shapiro, with a thesis entitled Low Resource Neural Adaptation, a Unified Data Adaptation Framework for Neural Networks. After graduating, Babin will be a senior research engineer at Microsoft.
Vincent Liu, advised by Paul Beam, a path paved by proof complexity towards verifying nonlinear arithmetic. Vincent will be a software engineer at SingleStore.
Lucy Lin, advised by Noah Smith, has a thesis entitled Semantic Comparisons for Natural Language Processing Applications. After graduating, Lucy will be a research scientist at Spotify.
Kwikwi Liu, advised by Sean Ovis-Garan, Spectral Independence, a new tool to analyze Markov chains. Kwikwi will be a postdoctoral researcher and assistant professor at MIT.
Yang Lo, advised by Jeff Heer, has a thesis entitled Supporting Reliable Data Analysis by Evaluating All Reasonable Analytic Decisions. After graduating, Yang will be a software engineer at Google.
Xuan Luo, advised by Steve Seitz, Jason Lawrence, and Ricardo Martin Bruella. Computational Time Machine. Xuan will be a research scientist at Google.
Next, we have Kelvin Liu, advised by Noah Smith, with the thesis Investigating Natural Language Interactions Within Communities. After graduating, Kelvin will be a machine learning engineer at Duolingo.
Stephen Lubomirski, advised by Zachary Tatlock, compiler and runtime techniques for optimizing deep learning applications. Stephen will be a senior machine learning systems engineer at OctoML. Did I come close?
Aditya Vame Krishna Mandalika, advised by Sid Srinivasa, with a thesis titled Efficient Robot Motion Planning in Cluttered Environments, will be a senior software engineer at Aurora Innovation.
Amrita Mazumdar, advised by Luis Ceze and Mark Oskin, perceptual optimizations for video capture, processing, and storage systems. And Amrita will be a research scientist at NVIDIA Research.
Parmita Mehta, advised by Magda Balazinska and Suen Lee, has a thesis titled Large-Scale Analytics on Scientific Image Data, and will be a software engineer at Meta.
Phoebe Mulcair, advised by Noah Smith, cross-lingual sharing for low-resource natural language processing. Phoebe will be a machine learning engineer at Duolingo.
How many students do you have, Noah? Chandrakana Nundi, advised by Zach Tatlock and Dan Grossman, has a thesis titled Programming Language Tools and Techniques for Computational Fabrication, and will be a senior research scientist at Certora Incorporated.
Julie Newcomb, advised by Roz Bodek, hooted by Dan Grossman, augmenting and synthesizing term rewriting systems for use in compilers. Julie will be a senior software engineer at Qualcomm.
Alex Okason, advised by James Fogarty, has a thesis entitled Strategies for Selecting Adaptive Machine Learning Systems to Support Different Types of Experts.
Chunjang Park, advised by Shwetak Patel, approaches for improving data acquisition in sensor-based M-Health applications. And Chunjang will be a software engineer at Google.
Kin Hong, advised by Steve Seitz and Ali Farhadi, has a thesis titled Scene Rendering, and will be a research scientist at Google.
Hao Peng, advised by Noah Smith, towards efficient and generalizable natural language processing. Hao will be a young investigator at the Allen Institute for Artificial Intelligence, and then an assistant professor at the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign.
Krishna Palutla, advised by Zaid Harshugi and Sham Kakade, with a thesis From Enormous Structured Models to On-Device Federated Learning, Optimization, Robustness, and Heterogeneity, will be a visiting research scientist at Google.
Talia Ringer, advised by Dan Grossman, proof repair. Talia will be an assistant professor at the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign.
Jared Risch, advised by Zach Tatlock, has a thesis entitled Principled Optimizations of Dynamic Neural Networks, and will be the Chief Technology Officer at OctoML.
And Spencer Ross, advised by James Fogarty and Jacob Wabrock. A large-scale multi-factor approach to understanding and improving mobile application accessibility. Anne will be an assistant professor at Bucknell University.
Manaswi Saha, advised by John Froelich, has a thesis entitled Designing Interactive Data-Driven Tools for Understanding Urban Accessibility at Scale.
Farshid Salami Parisi, advised by Shwetak Patel, towards subtle and continuously available input devices for modern wearable devices. Farshid will be a machine learning systems engineer at OctoML.
Martin Sapp, advised by Noah Smith and Yejin Choi, with a thesis, Positive AI with Social Common Sense Models, will be an assistant professor at Carnegie Mellon University. So many colors.
Jacob Schreiber, advised by William Stafford Noble, latent modeling of the human epigenome. Jacob will be a postdoctoral researcher at Stanford University.
Minjun Seo, advised by Hana Hajishirsi and Ali Farhadi, has a thesis entitled Neural Interface for Web-Scale Knowledge, and will be an assistant professor at the Korean Advanced Institute of Science and Technology.
Siddharth Srinivasan, advised by Byron Boots, quantum-inspired machine learning with hidden quantum Markov models and tensor networks. Siddharth will be a postdoctoral fellow at the Brookings Institution.
Amanda Swearingen, advised by Amy Coe and James Fogarty, has a thesis entitled Expanding Interface Design Capabilities Through Semantic and Data-Driven Analyses, and will be a senior research engineer at Apple.
Now we skip to
Yep.
Shen-Jay Wang, advised by Jeffrey Bilms, robust submodular partitioning and linear models of deep ReLU networks. Shen-Jay will be a research scientist at ByteDance.
Robbie Weber, advised by Anna Carlin and Cheyenne Ovais Garan, with a thesis, Pairing Things Off, Counting Stable Matchings, Finding Your Ride, and Designing Tournaments, is an assistant teaching professor here in the Allen School.
Sherry Tangshuan Wu, advised by Jeffrey Hare and Dan Weld. Interactive AI model debugging and correction. Sherry will be an assistant professor at Carnegie Mellon University in the HCI Institute. Thank you. Xin Yang, advised by Paul Beam and Kevin Jameson, towards better understanding of algorithms and complexity of some learning problems. Xin will be a research scientist at ByteDance.
Yeah. Rowan Zellers, advised by Yejin Choi and Ali Farhadi, has the thesis, Grounding Language in Seeing, Hearing, and Interacting.
I was just playing. I haven't seen any shorts so far tonight. Finally.
Yes, I saw that in undergrad.
Eric Zhang, advised by Franziska Rosner, characterizing and measuring bad ads on the web. Eric will be a postdoctoral researcher at Carnegie Mellon University.
Congratulations, Eric. Yue Zhang, advised by Georg Selig, has a thesis, interactive analysis of single-cell RNA sequencing data.
These are our PhD graduates from 2020, 2021, and 2022.
Congratulations, graduates.
Once again, congratulations, Allen School graduates. You are now, actually, let's give them a round of applause. Congratulations. Allen School graduates, you are now and forever will be alums of the Allen School. We will keep you posted about the school, and we hope you will keep us posted about your careers. We also hope that you will continue to engage with us by participating in our alumni events and otherwise engaging with the school. To conclude our celebration tonight, once the music begins, we will have all bachelor and master's degree students recess off the floor and up into the concourse. Students, please wait for the advising staff to dismiss your row. PhD students, when the music starts, please come back to the stage as we would like to take some additional photos. While we computer scientists are known for innovation, we also have a deep appreciation for tradition. So now, I invite all of our new graduates to follow tradition and take your tassel and move it from the right to the left. So, thank you so much for friends and families. Thank you for everyone for coming and celebrating tonight with us. And once again, congratulations to all Allen School graduates.